The first step in me decorating my cups is washing the cup. So I'm going to go around, I'm going to make sure all the edges are washed smooth. This is just a makeup sponge and water. So I'm going to wash the foot and all the little seams and creases. So this pot is just past leather hard. It's dry enough that if I got it wet it would probably slake down, but it's not so dry that it's going to crack when I get it wet again. So that is pretty much clean. And I would do that to all of them. So on these cups, I usually start with a base color. Since this is going to be a city scene during the daytime, I'm going to start with one of the light blues. And I'm going to kind of mask off the area where it starts. I'm going to fill it in. Now it takes multiple layers to get the color that I want, and that's okay with me. I'd rather do multiple layers once than throw away a cup because I put too much on or didn't quite look right. Now after a coat of a light color, I want the lowest part of the sky to be light and the uppermost part to be a little darker. That whole atmospheric perspective thing. So I'm going to get a little bit darker blue. I'm going to start at the top and go all the way around. So I'm going to grab a little bit more of that light color and then blend them both together. And I'll go back and do another darker color up at the very top. And then go back and blend it in. Then I'm going to add some clouds. I'm going to take just a wet brush and go back. I'm going to remove some of that color. Clean the brush out and repeat. Okay. Then the buildings, brown activated. Take the brown and I'm going to start a building. Since this cup is a little wet, so I'm actually going to let it dry some so that it absorbs the color a little better. So, cup's a little drier now. I'm going to go back and add that building again. Making sure to build up a good amount of color on it because I don't want it to be transparent when it's finished being fired. So I'm going to take some black now. I'm going to add it to the color I've been making with the buildings and start to do some of the more background colored buildings. So let's say that's a building behind here. I feel like Bob Ross. A happy little building. Put another one. Give it a little gap there and put another one back here. Now these are all brick-like. Now to put the details on some of the buildings. So I'm going to take that black, take a fine brush. First I'm going to go and outline them. These cups tend to be a little comic booky in a way. So I do a couple comic booky kind of things to them, one being the outlining. So now it's outlined. Now I'm going to add some details, so add some windows. So again, I've got a really fine brush now to put in these really minuscule details. And I'll go back and add the bigger ones with this larger brush. Make sure it's good and dark. Add a couple more with the little brush. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to add some highlights. So I have a set of wood carving knives that I use to add little details because I can sharpen them. So I'm going to go back, make sure you can see all this stuff. I'm going to go back and we're going to carve some highlights into it. So you can see the detail on the water tower now. Now with the same tool, let's just try a different one here. One of these little guys. I'm going to go in and I'm going to carve some windows. So these are just windows in white now. So this is the finished underneath. It's titled, it's decorated. It's called the Water Tower Building. I don't know if you can get close enough to see. There's a little crane and the water tower being built.